Secondly, the human beings have been here on earth for the last 4.5 million years. And in those 4.5 million years, we have faced two problems. One problem, oppression by nature, floods, diseases, and so on. Second problem, oppression by man oppressing another man. However, as time goes on, man improves capacity to deal with nature. In the year 1698, the first steam engine was discovered. Then in 1823, somebody improved that steam engine to run trains. We have now been through 3 revolutions, industrial revolutions. We are now entering the 4th one. However, Africa, for one reason or another, has missed most of these revolutions, even today. So therefore, when we come to TICAD, and I've been coming here for the last 20 years, I was among the first to come here, I would want to harmonize thinking with colleagues. Problem number one, in the case of Uganda, has been the issue of removing the cost pushers, things which push up costs, which undermine the productivity of the economy. This is the cost of transport, the cost of electricity, and the cost of money. If you don't solve these 3, we are not going to move. Those must be solved. And I would want all friends to concentrate on this. By building the railways, electricity, and solving the problem of the cost of money. Secondly, the private sector should come and help. In Africa, private sector is growing up, but we need more. So these 2 things, bring down the cost pushers and attract the private sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Museveni. We now move on, after those wise words, to His Excellency President Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda. President Kagame.
Thank you, Co-Chair, for the floor. I thank the Prime Minister Abe and the government of Japan for being a gracious host. TICAD is a valuable process that has stood the test of time. Japan is an effective and dependable partner of Africa. TICAD was born at the moment of uncertainty about our continent's future. The spirit of optimism and partnership could not be taken for granted. Today, many of TICAD's innovations have become standard, and the forum has continued to evolve in tandem with Africa's priorities. The key change is the importance given to the private sector in this TICAD. Rwanda has put private sector development at the heart of our strategy for prosperity, using 3 types of investment. First, governance. Rwanda has made good use of the World Bank's doing business tools to overhaul the enabling environment for enterprise. We established specialized commercial ports and worked with neighbors for deeper integration to facilitate trade in the East African Community region. Second, we have invested in infrastructure and technology. Being innovative, private sector, as an example, partnership supplies wholesale broadband data to power the digitalization of our economy. Rwanda has also invested in high quality conventions and tourism. Third, most importantly, is investment in people. Producing made in Rwanda and made in Africa products requires skilled young people who are in good health. We thank Abe Initiative's significant contribution towards that. We have also expanded technical and vocational training with an emphasis on digital skills as well as funding support for innovation and entrepreneurship. We have seen increase in Japanese investment in recent years, especially in horticulture, agribusiness, technology. We appreciate the exchange with Japanese firms and the measures are in place to facilitate the new ventures, particularly public-private partnerships for infrastructure and industry. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, President Kagame. We move on, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, to now invite Mr. Goh Chok Tong, the Emeritus Senior Minister of Singapore, to make his input.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Excellencies. I thank the Japanese government for inviting me to share Singapore's experience in economic development. Singapore, like many countries in Africa, comprises people of different ethnicities, languages, and religions. Our first and most pressing task in nation building was to unite them to live in harmony and work together for the country. We did this, but this is always work in progress. Singapore was fortunate to have a wise founding leader in Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. He was just, fair, and strong. Mr. Lee firmly believed that Singapore's fortunes should outlive him. He inculcated national values, built national institutions, and bequeathed to Singapore the practice of smooth, systematic political succession. Smooth leadership succession is critical for durable economic growth. Investors do not commit huge sums of capital, which takes many years to recover